Week 2 of the National Football League.
And we're going to see Mark Andrews. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game.
It's the Jaguars and the Texans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The numbers for Brown from a week ago. 12 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him.
That was first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scoring yardage?
Every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, those types of goals, those types of thoughts. They guys have to see the season unfold so they can stay with it.
So far, so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra into it.
Division games, this game is such a extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Richardson out of the shotgun. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Richardson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Anthony Richardson, 14 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come out
Mahomes going to throw. It's Myers again with another catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. In motion, Hill. Richardson looking to throw this. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Look, right here, one time.
Here's Richardson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The numbers for Andrews last week, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Over the middle, it's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Look, right here, one time.
In motion, Hill. Again, it's Richardson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Down to the 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end. It's inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. At least he spent the defense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll fake it on a jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Brown once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts. They lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. In motion, Hill. Now it's Richardson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. And Richardson back to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Richardson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here comes the Texans now. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. There's Tremble, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This is Brown going up the middle. So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play. He's taken down on the 30. It's gained 21 yards. Good start, throw, and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man is Myers. And he's down into the red zone at the 15. 1st and 10.
That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Pass incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. In motion, Hill. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richardson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Back to throw. Richardson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice it.
They've got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Adonai Mitchell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. That's out to Hill, right side complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and inches, Richardson. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. He scored on the ground and
through the air. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Escapes the defender. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, the position goes for 25.
I'll tell you what, this is any quarterback. I'm telling you, this is an ill-advised throw. But 15 is so good on the move with all those different arm angles and releases that all I'm saying now is that's a gorgeous play.
Now here's Mahomes. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And again, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Mitchell. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already, That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. In motion left, Hill. Richardson to throw off play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion, Hill. Now Richardson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Richardson working from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. His pass caught at the 4. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
I can't believe this.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In motion, Hill. Richardson looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Are you kidding me?
From the shotgun, Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Richardson gets this one to Hill. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Richardson back to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
16 yards, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
In it to win it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Mahomes going to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. That was play number 7.
Nice rhythm throw there. First down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
Let's light him up, hero!
Option play. Here's a give to Brown.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Texans.
Tommy Trimble from 3 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them by the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they got a puncher's chance.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And now here's another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the end. And it's complete to Mitchell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now Mahomes.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Myers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a yard.
Mahomes now to throw.
Caught by Tremble.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now it's Mahomes again.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he's got this down to the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. In motion the tight end. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Back to throw again. And he finds Montgomery complete. And down inside the 15, short. Texas passing game in real now, picking up another first.
Now first and 10 at the 11.
And again, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Don't let him get there.
Delayed game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be second and 13.
Play some defense, fellas.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Here's third and 9. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jaguars, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.